Today on the Pitchbook Podcast, we have from the minor leagues a relief pitcher, Casper Liggett, pitching The Strangers by Margaret Peterson Haddix. Batter up! Casper, hold on. You're
going to drive the train here, buddy.
Yeah, just don't. You don't need to start throwing fastballs right away. Hang on one second. We got to talk about Brad. First of all, Brad is our guest host today, Brad Liggett.
Hello.
Two-time guest host, MVP, guest host, two-time guest, I should say, relief pitcher. And your shirt is amazing. Please explain for the audience the shirt and the
Sure.
Yeah, the concept. Go for it.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, for those of you who aren't watching this on a video, I've got a shirt. It's basically, it's an old Lucky Strike ad with like a hand holding a carton of cigarettes, which is sounding bad to start off. But anyhow, it's a band shirt. It's my music project. You see, we're sitting here next to a rad keyboard. We're getting ready for the next level of this little music project, which is called the Liggets. It's my little band that I like to pretend that I have like a family band, but it's just me writing all the music. But
it's kind of like the Partridge Family, but the Liggett family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we're transitioning from the Partridge Family to the Jackson 5 pretty soon. We're trying to set up a live show, so we've got our nice in-ear monitoring going, nice and fancy. And so anyway, yeah, this is just a shirt I made, and it's got it's like a hand holding a pack of cigarettes, but instead of cigarettes pouring out of the box, it's drumsticks.
And for those that don't know, the Liggett cigarettes are the cheap cigarettes. Liggett Myers is a cigarette company. So it's kind of funny. Like occasionally people will recognize the last name and say, "Oh, the cigarettes." And I'm like, I wish we had the cigarette money, tobacco money, but we don't. So
yeah, they're like solidly like fourth place in the cigarette world for anyone who's keeping score.
I had a friend of mine's like, "Oh, I smoked Liggett because they were the cheapest." Like, all right, cool.
Dude, one time it was like the late 90s, and I was a teenager trying to be rebellious or cool or whatever, and so I actually wrote an email to the Liggett Tobacco Company wanting some merch. I'm
Nice.
like, hey, you guys got any shirts? Because I think it'd be rad if I could have a shirt that said Liggett on it. And they responded. They were like, thank you so much for your inquiry, sir. According to federal law, we can no longer create like merchandise with advertising for cigarettes. So I'm like, oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah. Anyway, it's an awesome shirt, old school cigarette ad, but with the Liggett's picture, family picture, and then drumsticks instead of cigarettes. So awesome. All right. Love it. All right, Casper, we're excited to have you as a minor league call-up pitcher. Now, this book. So first thing you got to tell us is how you found this book. So first of all, it's called what? The Strangers?
Yes, The Strangers. It's the first in the series of 3.
Okay.
And it was recommended to me by my mother because I really like mystery and like suspense books.
Have you read all 3? First of all.
Yes.
Okay, so this is just the first. This is just twice. Okay, wow. All right. So this is your mom recommended this to you because you like mysteries. And it for those that can't see the book, it's like a white house, kind of a creepy looking cover, right? White house, but like the reflection of it is almost like a graveyard below it, right?
That's a city.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
Here, if I turn it upside down.
Oh, I see.
Like
I see.
It's like an ambergram.
There you go. Okay, very cool. This is why you should be watching YouTube. You see the shirt, you see the cover of the book.
You see everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically,
like a little
I thought the
golden
book was
doodle. Who knows?
There you go. There's Boomer.
That's Boomer.
He wants to be on the podcast too, but he can't read very well.
Shocking.
All right, go. All right, so you read this twice. You read this series twice. Okay.
So
this looks like
how
a
many
pretty.
books? There's 3 books in the series.
Yes.
This is a pretty thick book. I'm pretty proud of you right now. You
hold on.
finished
I
that.
think it has like.
They are their mother's children.
Yeah,
they're
sure.
voracious readers, and I am not. So I'm glad that got passed along.
Is there a way to?
5 pages.
How many?
405.
Okay, so is there a way to publicly shame Kira to be on the podcast? Because she really should be.
Why do you want to publicly shame Kira?
Because she denies becoming a relief pitcher on the podcast, and we want to have her on. And I know she's been on other podcasts.
It's a baseball themed podcast.
Yeah.
Pitch book.
So you're pitching the book to us, like you're the pitcher.
Okay. Now the name makes sense.
Are you obsessed with baseball or something, Uncle Matt? What's going on?
Yeah. Okay. So tell us a little bit about the book. We know how you found it.
Basically, most books, well, mystery books can either go 2 ways. it builds up suspense with like more and more questions, and then at the end they're like all answered, or it goes all out in the first like 5 pages. That's true for like
So wait.
the
What do you mean by the second thing? The goes all out in the first 5 minutes? What do you mean? Or first five
like in
pages?
the first 5 minutes of reading, some humongous twist happens that's gonna like change their
Oh,
lives
okay.
forever.
Okay.
Like in a series of unfortunate events, their parents die in like the 20th page or something.
Spoiler alert.
Pretty unfortunate. Yep.
Pretty late. Spoiler alert.
Okay. And so
No,
this
so
one,
it's more of a slow burn, is what you're
is
saying.
this a slow burn or is this the quick
This
twist?
is a quick fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a quick
Raging
fire. Okay.
Inferno.
It's
Okay.
like someone lights gasoline on fire.
So it's okay to tell us a little bit about like the big, not the big 5-page spoiler, right?
Yeah,
Can
tell
you
us kind of
that?
what the setup is for
Yeah,
that
the
big
setup.
event that's happening.
In the book, we have Finn, Chess, and Emma, who are 8, 10, and 12. They're getting home from school on the school bus, and they rush home.
Are they brothers?
Siblings?
Siblings? Yeah, brothers and sisters.
Siblings, yes.
Okay.
And they're calling out for their mom. Oh yeah, their dad is dead.
Okay.
So just that's important because
Got
I
it.
discuss it later on.
Got it.
And
Okay.
so Finn is calling out to mom asking for snacks, but she's busy looking at her computer. The kids are confused because she like never does that.
Mhm.
And they peek over, and through the mic they can see Finn, Emma, and Rochester Greystone, which is Chess's real name, Gustano, they have slightly different last names, have been kidnapped from Arizona. After doing some digging, they find that they have the exact same facial features, same age in the same order, same name, same
Oh.
height, etc. And
So they're not even sure that they're real people, or that who they are, who they think they are.
well,
Or that they're really their mom's kids. Like they might have
So
gotten.
so let me just clarify. Let me make sure I
Okay.
understand this. So
yes,
they catch their mom looking at an article that basically says these three kids are have been missing.
yes, they're exactly.
And so they're
the
like,
kids.
okay, so this is pretty weird, right? To them.
So then after that, their mom is going on a sudden business trip to Chicago,
Okay.
and they're left with a.
If you're not
and
watching the
they're-
video, you guys are really missing out. You really should be watching YouTube. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and
We had some air quotes there on
Yeah,
Chicago.
they have to. They're spending the night at this woman's house, Miss Morales,
Mhm.
who has a daughter, Natalie. When
Okay.
they go back to their house to clean up their cat's litter, they go into their mom's basement, which they call the boring room because it has like literally nothing in it except for a desk and a computer, so their mom can work. They find they find 3 shelves with 2 books, and it's a dictionary and a computer manual. Huh? That's weird. Why would you have 3 shelves and 2 books?
Right.
So, anyways, I think they're like trying to find out stuff on the bookshelf, and Chess is climbing it, and he accidentally kicks something. Suddenly, the middle bookshelf starts toppling to the ground and swings open to reveal a secret room.
Ooh.
In the room, there are like jars and cans of food and like stashes of $1 bills. Oh, and earlier in the story,
Maybe this is where their father lived.
Like a bomb shelter
And-
situation.
yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
it'll get explained. It's
Okay.
actually
Okay.
very-
Okay.
We're jumping the gun.
So basically, the book, when Finn goes to school, his friends got really late because their bus got hit by a car identical to their mom's, to Kate Greystone's. And she was just coming out of a bank holding a big bag of money. So,
Was
so
it $1 bills?
$1 and $2
Okay.
bills.
Okay.
And so, Finn is like, "Oh my God, Mom really did rob that bank." When they find the money,
Uh-huh.
and Natalie's like, "Wait, that doesn't make sense. What's this thing sticking out of the wall?" So Chess thinks it's a lever, and he pulls it. Suddenly, the room is spinning at very quick speeds, and basically their minds go blank until they wake up on the floor and they're like, "Oh God, what just happened?" So they climb out of the basement and they're in the house, but it's not but it's a different house. Well, it's like it kind of looks similar to theirs, except there's a lot of broken stuff and there's like boarded up windows and like huge fences and hedges. And they're walking outside, and there are these group of boys approaching, and they call out to Natalie. Just then, Miss Morales finds them, and brings them back. Now, I don't want to spoil too much,
Okay.
so we'll just skip ahead.
Okay.
I'll do a bit of explaining.
Okay.
That house
Perfect.
they were in was an alternate universe. The lever is a
Oh.
bridge between worlds.
Okay.
So they find out that their mom went to and you know the bomb shelter?
Yeah.
So the other world is controlled by a political government that's basically evil. Like, you're not allowed to tell the truth if it makes the government
Are you sure it's an alternate reality
bad.
then? Maybe it's just the reality we
Yes,
live in.
it's explained
Okay.
like multiple times in the
Oh,
book.
okay, got
It's
it.
a glimpse
Got
into
it.
the near future. I feel like I don't know.
Not the future, it's like alternate universe.
Okay,
I know.
okay.
I was just joking. Go ahead.
The case money were small amounts that couldn't be traced to help the people in the world, because the leaders were basically dictators. If they said that the sky was green and the grass is blue, then quote, you have to agree, and no one
Mhm.
could say I have eyes of my own and I'm not colorblind, and
Mhm.
that's not what I see, because then they'd get arrested.
Was this book
And-
written in 1984 by chance? That's a joke.
I-
No, that's a joke. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So then they go to a trial with their mom, and she's sitting alone like on a podium.
So sorry. Are they in the
No, not
alternate,
podium.
like
They're alternate.
the world that like where the sky is green? That's where they are when she's on trial.
Yeah, but the sky isn't actually green.
Okay, I know, but like
Where they say it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alternate world.
The bad world. Got it.
Chess, Emma, and Finn find out that they are originally from the alternate world, not
Mm.
the Gustanos. So,
Mhm.
and their dad was killed in the other world when Chess
Mhm.
was 4, and so they go to a trial and find their mom. And
What's the mom on trial for?
apparently being an enemy of the people, which
Oh,
means
okay.
telling the truth.
Okay, got
So
it.
they can have screens. They have screens that can like make people. It's basically like video Photoshop of making people say stuff, and they basically make her say that she's committed murders and that she killed her own husband. But like we know that's not true.
Deep fakes. Wow, this is when was this book written?
So then,
I'll look it up.
so then Finn screams out, "That's not true! Someone get her like a lawyer." And then everyone turns to look at them. But Finn is out of the way because an old woman had pulled her away in safety. And a man and Emma was like puddling over the floor, and she sees a object, clatters because someone in a black shoe kicked it. And so when the guards come over, they think it was a planted audio device. Then she turns around. I keep missing important stuff. So basically,
That's okay.
When Finn was young, he drew a crooked heart, and their mom still keeps it in her phone case. So when and Emma turns around and she sees the exact same crooked heart, this person is Joe DeWeese, who's trying to save their mom. They're like part of a group that like helps people.
Right.
So then
the Crooked Heart Rebellion.
Crooked Heart Rebellion.
That's what I'm going to call them.
Yes.
Nice.
That sounds like a good band name, actually. The Crooked Heart
actually.
Rebellion. Okay, go
It
ahead.
was written in 2019, by the way.
Okay.
Or published, I should say. Who knows when it was written?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Very precise.
They discover that like the smells in the air of like burnt tires, like horrible smells, like old shoes, etc., are actually making people angry. So they have stink bombs that carry air from the other world. So when they breathe it in, they feel better because it's air from the other world and they're not being like mind controlled by the scary air.
Oh, got it.
So then they get their mom. And Miss
Old fashioned air grenade. Yes.
Oh,
classic tactic.
Yes. And also, Natalie's parents are the dictators in this world, so Natalie can easily pass as like a very powerful person who can order guards to
but
do
she's
stuff.
secretly on the good side.
So yes, so she takes the Greystones and the Gustanos and are after their mom is like go on without me, you can't save me at blah blah blah, etc., etc.
As one does in every.
There's this really funny part where she's acting all assertive, and the guards are like, what are you doing, Miss Natalie?" And she's like, I was asked to take these prisoners to the compound. Right, miss. You want us to come with you? Okay, well, obviously I have my better, more competent guards outside. So then they get out, and then they start running back for the house, which has the lever. And so they get to so they're close to the house, and the street, and they're being chased by police, and there's this lake with a bike path, and they're running through the path, and they get like to the street where their house is. Then they're walking along, but they think something's off because it's awfully quiet. Then Miss Morales comes out, the good Miss Morales, in an exercise shirt, like a neon green one, and is like, "What are you guys doing?" So Natalie grabs her mom just as police start swarming the sides of the house and start booking it through the house. Instead of the thing spinning, it's a tunnel between worlds, which seems confusing because last time it was spinning.
Right.
And so like most of the people got through except for Joe, Miss Morales, and Mom. So Chess is like confused on what to do with the lever because like they can't wait for them because they're like already like really close to being caught by the police. So instead of turning the lever, he accidentally pulls it, and then everything explodes.
Wow.
So basically, and
so
that's
they
like
they escape through the tunnel, and then
with the
that blows up the connection between the worlds. We think.
Yes.
We think.
And they go back to like the original world they were in, which is like our world.
Yeah, it depends on like which part of you or like how much of you is on each side. Like if I'm mostly in the bad world side while it explodes, I'll just be pushed to the bad world side.
Oh, okay.
So basically,
hold on. That's the end of like book 1. So like now you got to know in book 2 what happens to after the explosion, right?
After the explosion. So basically, they're at the Natalie's dad's house. I forget his name.
That's okay.
This next book. I'm talking about the second book now. This is The Deceivers.
Okay, you don't need to pitch the whole second book. I just am curious. The way this book ends is like the explosion, and now you've got to get to the second book so you know what happened after the explosion, right?
Yeah, I'll give you a little hint. So they find a letter in Mom's thing, and they start decoding it with a phrase that Mom always uses, and there's like so many hints. And
so are you as the reader kind of figuring out some of these hints as you go?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically they find out stuff like they have to go to Miss Morales' house because someone in that house is on their side besides the other Natalie. And so they go to the house and they find that out, and they find out who's the person, but I'm not going to tell you because that would ruin the book.
Yep.
And they safely get Mom and everyone home, but they still have the mission of like helping the other world. And that's the end of book 2. I'm not going to say that much.
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, don't want to spoil book 3 for sure. So when you finished the first book, were you like, I gotta read the second one right away?
I literally was at home and I literally just threw the book on the ground and grabbed the second one and just like
awesome. Luckily, your mom had already bought all 3, right? I guess. Yes. Okay, because she'd read all 3 before.
Actually, no. We actually did. We only had 1, and then she got 2, and they arrived like the day I finished.
Oh, so you liked the first one so much that you said, "Mom, this is so good," and while you were still reading the first book, she ordered the other 2.
Okay, so she hadn't read the other 2 then.
She hadn't read the other 2, but she
said you should like this book. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this considered like young adult type of?
I'd say like, I don't know, my age.
Okay, and you're what, 12, 13?
Here, hold on. They were like getting phrases. I think I remember what the phrase was. I can't remember.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's like somewhere. No.
I was gonna just show this picture. Like, there's just kind of like this style of art is.
Okay.
That's about all you get for pictures. So it's not like a picture book, but
sure. So, but it's definitely like you gotta be reading at a certain level to.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. Let me find.
Dave and Buster's.
Yep, they have like.
Let's open it up.
Alternate world
right in the middle. Yeah.
Alternate world.
It's a hellscape if you're a Dave and Buster's. That's how you know which world you're in.
Exactly. Okay, got it. Cool.
Then we got Horn. Where's Chess?
So, are you gonna? So. All right, now you got to rate the book on a scale of like a single, double, triple, or home run, or what? So you got to think baseball term. Is a home run
baseball
for you?
terms? Strikeout is like you hated it, right?
And a home run is you just loved it.
Foul ball was like, eh.
Yeah. Foul ball's not so good.
You tried at least.
First base is like, yeah, it was pretty good. Second base is like, yes. Third base is I liked it, and fourth base is I would read it again.
Yeah,
I would read it if I had to choose between living and reading the book, I'd read the book.
Oh, got it. Okay, so that's a home run then. This is a home run for you.
This is like This is like shortstop in between second and third.
Oh,
Okay.
It's like
interesting.
being. It's
But
like
I-
being tagged.
Okay,
But
so
you-
the runner could have possibly advanced to third, but they made the choice to maybe stay on second just to stay safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
That's
But
solid.
but to be fair, you did throw the book down and get the second one right away. To me, that's
Home run.
likening it better than a triple. But I like it. We'll let the listeners decide what they'll read the book. Okay, so would you recommend the book to people?
Yes.
Okay,
But only if you're into like mystery books.
got it.
If you're into
Now,
books like I don't know Percy Jackson, I don't think this is for you.
got it. Are there more books by Margaret Peterson Haddix? Do you know?
No.
You don't
No
know?
idea.
Yep. I'm gonna say a little bit stuff about the author.
Okay,
So,
tell us some stuff about her.
she
I'm
actually
gonna look
grew
up her other books real quick.
She actually grew up in Ohio, and as a kid, she knew two girls who had the exact first, middle, and last name. I wonder why she wrote this story then.
That's interesting insight. I love it.
And they're only and they even had the same birthday, and they're
Okay.
only 1 year apart.
Wow.
So hold on, wait. There's the Running Out of Time.
Okay.
There's Shadow Children, Missing Series, Children of Exile.
Okay, so
and,
she's got a
I
bunch
feel like
of
I've heard of
books.
Children of Exile, maybe. I've never read it, but that sounds
Okay,
familiar to me.
Oh, she's got a bunch of books on here. So maybe you should check out some of her other stuff.
Probably. She
Yeah.
probably has good stuff like this.
Yeah. Very
So
cool.
Casper, what do you think the author was trying to kind of teach or show or make you think about when they're doing these alternate worlds where one is so different from, what we expect our world to be? You need some ASMR?
Yes, some ASMR.
Did you hear my question?
So wait, like
What do you think the author was like trying to get at?
Yeah, what's kind of
or-
the theme or the
like mystery, suspense, and like
what do you think she's
happy
saying
at the
about
end.
what do you think she's saying about the world where they tell them that the sky's green and they force them to do everything they want? What do you think she's saying about that world?
North Korea.
Not a positive thing, in other words.
Right.
I might be on a watch list right now, but who cares?
That's
is
right.
Kim Jong Un
It's a
gonna eat me?
it's a North Korean watch list, so it's no problem. Right? It's probably like on the back of a paper, like a back of an envelope.
Like a napkin
All
or
right.
something.
Casper, thanks so much for coming on the podcast. We appreciate it. Nice to have a young relief pitcher, up and coming reader, and to show that there's hope for humanity that kids are reading. So good job. All right. Thanks everyone for listening to the Pitch Book Podcast. Like, subscribe. If you want to pitch a book, let us know. And we obviously thank Deja Vega for the music. Thanks to everyone for listening to the Pitch Book Podcast. We'll catch you next time. Thanks.
And I'm gonna go eat my waffles.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.